Previously on St. Elsewhere.
Dr. and Mrs. Wayne Fiscus.
Dr. and Mrs. Wayne Fiscus.
The death squads they torture in El Salvador.
Under no circumstances can he spend the night at Stevie Sherwin's house.
Surgery in this dump. God doesn't have a prayer.
You can't go around making love every time you feel like it.
She and a retarded boy made love. Now, you've got some nerve telling me I can step in now. This is my child who's pregnant, and your hospital is responsible.
Stuck, Elliot?
Yesterday, this was such a great parking space.
Don't be late for rounds.
Actually, I'm off today, sir.
Sloughing off work, waiting for your next coffee break. Crying out loud, you've got a bucket full of rock salt and 5 icy steps. Dig in, grab a handful, and throw it around. Like that, you try it. Dig in, grab a handful, and throw it around. Otherwise, someone like Dr. Auslander here slips, falls on his keister, and bang, one Teflon hip. At his age, bones snap like twigs.
Have a nice day. Mark, I haven't heard you utter a civil word in 2 weeks. You gotta learn to be positive.
I'm dog-tired. The baby needs to be fed. During the late show, the early show, the milkman's matinee. Ellen keeps having nightmares about Stephen's death, and my accountant informed me that I have to prepay $4,000 in taxes before the end of the month. But if it'll make you happy, Daniel, I will try to be more positive.
Good morning, and goodbye.
Where are you going?
Starting my community service work, Boston Women's Clinic.
Are the pro-lifers still picketing down there?
Yeah.
Will you push that mop out in front of you? Go ahead, push it. And then, before you pull it back, flip it over so that you're always mopping with a clean surface. And use some muscle. Hey!
Good morning. Oh, did you believe the cold last night and that wind? I felt sure that Richard's flight to Buffalo would have been canceled this morning because they always have it worse up there.
Mom, you mind waiting until I finish my coffee?
What is that?
A menthol.
Give that to me. And give me the pack, too. How dare you? Don't let me ever catch you smoking again. Finish your breakfast. You'll be late for school. Aaron, if you want to ride, you better move it. tell her yet, Runt? About the money? Get out of my face.
Mom should have thrown this thing away a month ago when Stevie Shorn gave it to you.
And don't bother going in my desk again, because Mac the knife will not be there.
Her desk isn't the only thing he went into last night. He took $10 from the Mad Money jar.
Jimmy, you are a
Now,
wuss.
wait a minute. Stop that. Right now, stop it, both of you. Let him go. Go wait in the car, please. I'll take you to school on my way to work. You and I are going to have quite a chat. Off you go. Oh, Lord. Where are my car keys?
We're just really getting out of hand, Mom.
Oh, I know, dear, but he's going through changes, you know. Starting adolescence. We're really going to have to try to be understanding.
He needs somebody to rip his face off.
I don't like that kind of talk.
Transmission's out of whack.
I'm Dr. Chandler. Bill Chandler.
Oh, hi. Come on in. Right here.
Scratching candidate. Watch it. Welcome to the Boston Women's Clinic.
What's left of it?
Pro-lifers started picketing here yesterday morning. Last night someone broke in.
I thought the snowstorm would keep the marchers away. They're nothing if not dedicated.
Can you give me a hand here and watch out for the glass, all right?
You might want to keep your coat on until the heat comes up.
The clinic is not top priority with the city's fuel allocation, so we pace ourselves when the women freeze their tails off in the exam rooms. But you're warm as toast in there, aren't you? Do you have any trouble getting through the protesters?
No. Caught a snowball on the side of the head.
The Revolutionary War started that way. Citizens pelting British soldiers right in front of the Boston Customs House.
Oh, it teed me off pretty good.
I have been followed home, had my car tires slashed, received threatening phone calls.
Please, my wife needs help. What's the problem?
You're covered with the blood of children. Stop the killing. You're slaughtering millions of babies. Murderer! Stop the killing.
Mrs. Simon was supposed to receive 250 milligrams penicillin, not 500. Now, next time, make sure she gets the correct dosage. Got it, Dick?
Dr. Craig, glad I bumped into you.
That makes one of us.
Prue Dowler, mentally retarded, found in flagrant with one of her chums after being admitted 6 weeks ago.
I know the case, Earl. Before Prue was discharged, I had a chat with her about social responsibility. I told her she couldn't go about making love whenever and wherever she pleased.
Well, I guess you're a little late. She's pregnant.
Prue Dowler can no more care for a baby than I can give birth.
That's the way Prue's mother feels. Miss Dowler signed the surgery consent form. We've scheduled an abortion for this afternoon.
I'll look in on her. Dick, scram. Good morning, Prue.
Hello. I remember you. You want to play my game with me?
What have you got there?
Willy Willy.
I'll show you how to play. See, first you put the hair on like this. And you put the whiskers like this. And it's like drawing, only it's different. There's you.
Nice. Now, is there anything you want to ask me about your operation?
Yes? What's an operation?
Haven't you told her yet?
No, sir.
Keep playing.
Kiss me goodbye?
Morrison, you're the admitting. Mind explaining to me why you haven't told Prue about the procedure?
Sir, I don't believe in abortion. I think that taking innocent lives is wrong.
You're not running for town council here. I don't give a damn where you stand on the issues. I'm not asking you to perform the procedure. Simply explain to Prue what will happen.
I really don't want anything to do with this.
Boy, you are pathetic. Who's the surgeon? I'll have him talk to her.
Me, sir.
On second thought, I'm not going to let you off that easy. Westfall might, but not me. Talk to the girl. Why are you looking so stupid?
No particular reason.
Yeah, but Jimmy, I already know. Jeff's principal just called from the school. Now listen, dear, I want you to pick him up, take him home, and don't let him out of your sight. Oh, that's right. Well, what time do you have to be at work? Well, I'll tell you what you do. Bring him here to the hospital. Thank you, dear. Oh.
Headache?
Give me the name of a good military academy for my son, Jeff.
Things can't be that bad.
This morning I found him smoking a cigarette.
Boys will be boys.
And then he starts waving a stiletto around like he's Bernardo from West Side Story.
As a lad, I remember playing Bumblebee Peg in Union Square Park.
And then he nearly backed my car through the garage doors.
You might send him to a child psychologist.
I just found out he tried to pierce his ear with a thumbtack and then beat up the 6th grade boy who called him queer.
Valley Forge has an excellent program, Sheffield Academy.
Oh, Daniel, here are the DRGs you asked.
Going down to the federal courthouse. They moved Marina's asylum hearing up. I don't know what the hell I'm going to tell those people. I'm not prepared at all.
You did engage counsel, didn't you?
Yeah, I got Kenny Meyer. He's the attorney for St. Ursula's.
He's good. I saw him in action when we removed life support from Sister Teresa.
Maybe I should get a living maid. Help keep my house in order.
Marina and Tommy have this great relationship going now. If the INS sends her back to El Salvador, her whole family was murdered down there, you know.
You've been railing against the system a lot lately. Let Kenny Meyer handle the case. Don't shoot from the hip.
I'll try to keep a lid on it.
No chance.
Can I help you?
Just need a signature. Line 3. Demonstrators outside are pretty intimidating.
You're just delivering a package. Imagine how the women who come here feel.
God bless.
Janice, can you take this back to Gretchen for me? Thanks. Boston Women's Clinic.
Michelle Zakuda. Michelle Zakuda. How can I help you?
Always happen to me.
Oh, no.
Protesters, minor laceration sustained when a window blew out. EP's 120/70, heart rate steady.
She'll have to wait. Keep her stable. I've got my hands full in cubicle 1.
Jackie, heard anything about Phil?
Police said they're still pulling bodies from the debris.
I need some blood work here. Lights, crit, type, and cross for 2 units. Staff.
Where's the crash cart?
Finish, take her to the ward. Store runs the quality 1 gram Q6 IV. Check her crit in 12 hours. Alert ophthalmology. This woman has blood in her anterior chamber.
Never mind, take her downstairs. Who set off this bomb? Pro-lifers?
While marching around the building? I doubt it.
You guys see Dr. Chandler at the clinic?
No.
I'd like to pray for your recovery. That you'll be healed.
This one's pregnant, fully dilated, station -4.
Over here. Bud, you see Phil Chandler down at the clinic?
No, sorry.
Take her upstairs. Dr. Mulder's waiting.
Jackie, I need you over here.
There's a psalm in Scripture that says, the Lord knits us together in our mother's womb. He sees our unformed body and knows us before we are born.
Bear down.
Who's ahead? Oh, hold on. The cord's wrapped around the neck.
There you go.
Okay, it's a girl.
Christian, I got my girl.
We'll just keep on dying.
The woman over here's got into PAT. Her blood pressure's 80.
Luther, what are you doing?
What does it look like?
Reading?
You got it, Kreskin. This is my paramedic training manual. I study it every chance I get.
But my car battery's dead. I need some help.
Oh, me too. Hold this.
If you could just rustle up some cables, I could be on my way.
Oh, well, I'm having a big test next week on cardiovascular physiology.
Yeah.
You think maybe you could help me study sometime?
Sure, anything.
Good. Oh, also, I'm having trouble reading the rhythm strips on the cardioscope. You think maybe you could give me a refresher course?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, you know what? I don't know when I'm gonna have time to take Julius to the vet. That's my racing pigeon. He needs a physical. Isn't your father a vet?
Yeah, I'll take Julius to my dad for a checkup. Now, can we get my car started, or is there anything else you'd like me to do?
No, that's it. Look, here's the keys to my place. Go by and pick up Julius anytime. And now go outside and wait by your car. I'll have it started in a jiffy. Go, go, go! Go now! It'll be on the road again in a minute. Go! Morty, yeah, this is the Hawk. I got a live one with a dead battery.
Hi.
Hey.
You want to color with me?
No.
I'm hungry. My stomach keeps making funny noises. Why can't I have breakfast?
The operation.
I like pancakes.
Yeah, me too. I've got something for you.
For me?
Yeah, she needs a name.
Pansy.
That's nice. Do you know where babies come from?
From you. You gave me Pansy.
Oh, no. No, babies come from love.
You love me? Kiss?
No, Pooh. Every month, a woman
gets her period.
My mommy tells me just before it's going to happen. And I think she tells other women so they won't be scared too.
Prue, you've got a baby in your belly.
Must be why I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, now you see you can't feel the baby because it's too small.
How'd the baby get there?
Buddy.
Buddy. I like Buddy.
Well, your mother has asked us to take the baby out.
Good. Well, then I can have someone to play with Pansy.
No. No, the baby's gonna live in God's house.
How will it get there?
Well, we're gonna take you to a room with bright lights, and everybody's gonna be wearing masks.
Like Halloween? Can I wear a mask too?
Sure.
You look sad. Don't be. I'll take good care of Pansy.
Hold still. You'll be lucky if your whole ear doesn't get infected and fall off.
You don't scare me saying stuff like that.
I told you to stop kicking your legs.
You said hold still.
Sit down here and do your homework.
Don't have any.
Then read a book.
Not till I get contacts.
Now listen to me, Jeffrey. I told you this morning I am very unhappy with the way you've been acting lately. Unless your behavior changes, something terrible is going to happen.
I'm quaking in my kids.
Getting married is a mistake. I don't know why I ever proposed to Mona in the first place.
You already have your wedding gift picked out. Barbecue. It's an oven. It's a grill.
I'm not talking about grills, girls.
Mona's a terrific specimen. Worked with her in the OR hundreds of times. Well, 4.
Don't you think a wife should be a little more than a good scrub nurse?
Depends on what's getting scrubbed.
Who are you talking to? You gonna be long?
Ma, please. Are you responsible for the massacre at the women's clinic? Don't hang up. Alyssa, get me the police.
Daniel, who are you talking to?
A man upset because we're performing abortions at St. Eligius. Said there's a bomb in the hospital.
You nervous?
Yes.
No, don't be. Once the judge hears the truth about how you were tortured in El Salvador and what happened to your family, he'll give you legal residency. I know he will.
You've been so good to me, Dr. Westphal. All these months since I escaped from my country, I live in fear. I cannot sleep in other people's beds, and I'm tired of running. I want to stay with you when you're home. Your family is my family now.
We're up.
Any last-minute instructions?
Yes. Now remember, we're trying to prove that Morena needs political asylum due to a well-founded fear of persecution if she's deported. Now, she's already broken the law by entering the country illegally, something the INS takes a dim view of. So let me do the talking. Don't turn this into a protest meeting.
Fine.
Julius. I'm sorry Dad couldn't see you today. What is it gonna take to make you shut up? I draped a towel over your birdcage. I turned on the radio. I got you plenty of food to eat. I don't treat my Uncle Fritz this well when he comes to visit. I'll make you a bird bath. You'll like that. This should keep you quiet. Perfect. Okay. Okay, Julius. There you go, there. Ooh, you're gonna love this. There you go. Okay. Ooh, you're gonna love this. Feels good. Ugh. I don't trust you to be around my toothbrush here.
He said because we performed abortions at St. Eligius, there must be retribution. The born must die to save the unborn.
Oh, that is rich.
What kind of bomb might he have planted?
Well, the evidence shows the bomb at the women's clinic was homemade, black powder packed in iron pipes, but we're not sure there's a connection here. This could all be a hoax.
If there is a bomb, how could it be detonated? A timer? Remote control?
Might even be rigged to a wall switch or an elevator button.
Boy, this gets better and better. Where the blazes is Donald? First he disappears during the blackout, and now he's pulled another disappearing act.
Donald's at Marina's immigration hearing.
Oh, great. He's worried about a clean house, and we're about to be blown to kingdom come.
The real question is, do we evacuate the hospital?
What about clearing one section at a time? I mean, putting the patients in other parts of the building.
And hope you're not moving them closer to the bomb.
How long will your search take?
At least 2 hours.
There is no way that we can move half our patients in that time. I mean, we have people in the ICU who can't stand the strain of being moved. They could be dead before we hit the front door. My vote is that we stay put.
I have to agree.
And my suggestion would be not to tell the staff, or you risk inciting a panic.
How about we cancel all visiting hours until this crisis is resolved?
Well, excuse me, I'm going to double-check the OR area myself.
Go ahead, Dr. Ausschlander, answer. I'll be listening to cue you.
Dr. Ausschlander. My granddaughter, Jessica.
The next session will be better.
Oh, what a waste of time.
Jeff, wait for me in the nurse's lounge.
Who ever heard of a 45-minute hour?
So now you've met my youngest. What did Jeff say about me?
That you would want to know what he said about you. He's a bright boy.
Yes, right now I'd trade him in for a dumber model.
What bothers you about Jeff?
Oh, smoking, drinking, lies, being disrespectful.
Why does that bother you?
Well, I don't want Jeff to hurt himself, and I don't like having to punish, and I don't like raising a jerk.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're asking for much.
I mean, after 4 kids, I expect a certain amount of trouble, but this one's exceeded the limit.
Oh, I wouldn't give up on him yet.
What do I do?
Well, you continue to exert your authority as a parent, and he will continue to exert his independence as a child. And in time, you work through this.
And if nothing changes?
You're raising a jerk.
Did you read the most recent journal stats? 4,000 abortions a day. That's 3 every minute. That's godless.
Jack, you can't stop unwanted pregnancies.
I've got enough on my mind. If I make this, the wedding's off. Oh, Kate.
2 out of 3.
After Kentucky Frying Julius, I went back to sleep, and I had this nightmare that I killed Big Bird. This angry lynch mob of kids was chasing me down Sesame Street.
You got couples lost in a moment of passion, inconvenienced by birth control, and they conceive a life.
What about the 2 million conceptions that are a result of failed birth control? What about the victims of incest and rape?
There's no easy answer to that.
You think so? No abortions. Except when a mother's life's in danger.
Every human being has got a right to life. Now, with abortion, we've made killing acceptable. When there are other options, carrying the baby to term, putting the baby up for adoption.
Just like that.
What about the children who'd otherwise be born deformed or mentally handicapped?
Well, the problem most disabled people suffer comes from living with the rest of us who aren't disabled. Now, what if Prue's mother had known that Prue was going to be retarded? Would that give her the right
The
to...
decision should be made by the mother, not by you or me or...
Somebody has got to stand up for those who can't defend themselves.
You had an obligation as a doctor to prove, regardless of your personal beliefs. Otherwise, you're denying her medical care.
And imposing your beliefs on somebody else.
At least I didn't kill an innocent man's pet pigeon. I can understand Luther getting mad if Julius was a dog or a cat or something like that.
Well, Luther used to stick his face up right against that bird.
I didn't mean to kill him.
He would nuzzle his nose under Julius's wing.
It's a stupid, lice-infested, encephalitis-carrying pigeon.
Well, Luther will give that bird a proper burial, and then he'll give you one, too.
Oh, what should I do?
Tell the truth.
Are you kidding? It would be murder, she wrote.
Okay, 6 out of 10. Knew I shouldn't get married. Okay, lie. Tell Luther Julius flew out through an open window.
Right.
Dr. Craig.
Only 2 weeks since you've been off my surgical team, and already you've forgotten how to scrub. Shape up, Ehrlich. Elbows in, wrists up. Start with the fingers, work down.
Sir, what are you doing here?
I don't have to answer to you. I'm chief of surgery.
That you are. You're an amazing man. I've always tried to emulate you.
Oh, don't try that frou-frou on me. You're on the dark side of my moon.
Yes, sir.
Any idea how Morrison's talk went with Prue?
Said he had a little trouble getting through to her.
Yeah, figures. No communication skills. The man had had trouble ordering dinner in a restaurant. Oh, for crying out loud.
Well, who are you?
Ow. I'm a kitty. My mommy let me use her makeup. Who are you supposed to be?
With a memento? Mona, a little surgical marker.
Ehrlich, is this one of your half-baked ideas?
Oh, no, sir. It's completely baked.
It's a Halloween party.
How are you feeling?
Sleepy.
I want you to try on another mask.
How do I look?
Oh, like a space woman. It's time for night-night, Prue.
Ta-da!
Get started, Ehrlich.
Coffee?
No, thanks. I have to get back to work. You'll be all right here alone, huh?
Yes.
Now, look, Marina, today was just the first round, you understand? Now, we're going to appeal this thing. We won't let them send you back.
You're very kind.
I still believe in American justice. It's not the best system in the world, but as long as we keep trying, I know it's going to work out in the end.
Sure, I understand. I see the Statue of Liberty on television, and they're fixing it for a 100-year celebration. It's the symbol of America and freedom. I sent some money.
Well, I shouldn't have lost my temper in court. That was dumb.
Oh, you go to the hospital.
You sure you're all right?
Yes.
I'm going to go change my shirt.
Dr. Weiss to you. You're really mad at me, aren't you? How could you do this to me?
Oh, cool your jets.
Jeff? Well, listen to me. Dr. Weiss says he thinks we can work through this. I hope so, but I want to tell you something. If you continue to make my life miserable, I will have nothing to do with you. So you figure that out.
Mom,
What?
can I hug you?
I'd like that. I feel better already.
Mona, I need the,
Suction catheter.
You're a doozy of a nurse, Mona. Not to mention a beautiful bride-to-be.
Mona, did I hear correctly? You're betrothed?
Looks that way.
Don't sound too sure.
Well, I'm not. Actually, Wayne's a really great guy and all, but
Fiscus? You're gonna marry that bubblehead?
during the blackout, it seemed like the thing to do.
Now that you've seen him in the light,
Well, let's just say there's still time to bail before the ship sails. Right, Dr. Craig?
Atta girl.
the tissue from inside the uterus has been recovered. The specimen will now be sent to pathology, examined and disposed of.
Check for residual bleeding, then make sure crew gets back to her room.
Yes, sir. Dr. Craig, whatever you're looking for, can I help?
Oh, sure, Ehrlich. And when you find it, sit on it.
Bottom's cut out. Bottom's in there. Clear the hole.
Temporarily canceled. Call again in a few hours. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, the ice machine is broken. You better call a serviceman.
Helen, Mr. Kirkland's not responding to diuretics. I'm switching him to furosemide, 160 mg.
Oh, one at a time, please.
Well, I can't believe this is what you do all day. Your job stinks.
Helen, perhaps this isn't a good day for Jeffrey to be visiting you at work. Why not take him home?
You're Dr. Auslander, right? Liver cancer. Should have died years ago. Mom complained about you a lot during the nurses' strike. Said you were a dinosaur, old-fashioned. She thought you ever had a full head of hair.
Marcy, get down. Listen to me. How dare you speak to Dr. Aushlander like that? Betraying my confidence, embarrassing me in front of the people I work with. Be quiet, Jeffrey. Listen to me. You're going to sit here and you're not going to say one more word. Do you understand? Jeffrey!
Who wants to stick around a hospital with a bomb in it?
Helen, let him go.
Oh, I feel so stupid. Well, the kids have been warning me about a problem that I've been ignoring. Since his father left, I've tried to handle Jeff differently, but nothing works. He's out of control.
Jeff's testing you. Testing himself. It's part of growing up. The trick's to keep things in check.
You see how he responds to authority.
My father had a way of fixing my wagon. An old-fashioned paddling.
Oh, I've never smacked a kid in my life. It goes against everything I believe in.
You're Jeff's parent. He's got to know that. If you don't respond now, someday he'll push all of your buttons, and you'll lose control. That's not what punishment's about.
Elliot, open up.
Coming!
What's so important that you couldn't tell me over the phone?
I'll be right there!
Hurry up, Elliot.
Want a pina colada?
No, and I don't have much time. Now look, well, I'm supposed to be taking a patient down to radiology.
It's about Julius. He was pacing around in his cage like he had no chance for parole. So I, opened up the cage to let him, stretch his wings a bit.
Well, where is he?
Well, last time I saw him, he was in here, but he's gone. Luther, he's flown the coop.
Julius?
He was sailing around my apartment before I realized the window was open.
Ah, don't worry.
But he's gone.
Elliot, he's a homing pigeon. He'll be back.
But it's cold outside. His wings iced up. Snow clogged this radar.
Julius.
What's wrong?
He must have landed there. Froze to death. Warming down from his flight. He will always find that extra mile. Pushing himself to the limit. That's why he soared like an eagle.
Wait, I want to get out.
Where the hell have you been?
Back there the whole time. You would have known that if you checked your rearview mirror.
That was very stupid what you did this afternoon, running away like that.
Yeah, well, you're not exactly the smartest person I know.
This has got to stop. The disobedience, the talking back to me. Do you understand me? You're going to start listening to me, damn it.
You're crazy. First you had that nurse at work.
You needed this.
Then why can't you be normal like other kids'
Now
moms?
listen to me, Jeff. I'm sorry if you don't like the way things are run around here, but I am still the head of this house.
I want to live with my dad.
I was just on my way up to see you.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
Look, that night during the blackout, I was so scared, and you were so reassuring. The time we spent in the storage room was really special, romantic.
Look, if you don't want to get married, you just say so.
You're the one who doesn't want to get married.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Then why are you on your way up to see me?
Because, do I need a reason to talk to my fiancé?
X. I knew you'd back out.
Then why'd you rush home to call your parents to tell them the news?
I never even picked up the phone.
Because you had no intention of marrying me. All you think about is being Craig Stooge in the OR. And if we did get married, you'd have no time for me.
What about you? The
the hotshot doctor who spends every minute in the ER. Marriage is 100% all or nothing lifetime commitment.
Don't you think I know that?
No. The next time you ask somebody to be your wife, make sure you mean it.
Mona, I hate this. Mona, wait.
Luther, I'm carrying around a lot of guilt.
So bounce into my cave, chap.
No, I have to tell you something.
Not now, Elliot, okay? I just lost my best friend today.
I killed Julius. It was an accident. I was making him a bird bath, and the radio fell in, and he got electrocuted.
But he was on the window ledge.
He tried to make you think that he'd frozen to death.
You think he felt any pain?
It was 30 amps straight up. I even had to replace the blown fuse afterwards.
Maybe it was all for the best.
You're right. Julius was decrepit.
He was valiant.
Luther, he was 210 years old in people years. Ask my father, he's a vet.
I found Julius on the mall in the arms of Paul Revere. You know the statue. It was raining and he was sick. And I took him home and fed him with an eye dropper. Let him live in my closet.
Luther, face it, his racing days were over.
I nursed Julius back to health, and in return he gave me loyalty and companionship.
You know, Luther, Julius had 1, maybe 2 years left, you know?
Pigeons know when it's their time. They either stop eating or they find a wall and fly into it.
But, you know, Julius died in a flash. I mean, a shower of sparks. Besides, now you can, you know, concentrate on your paramedic training. You can forget about all this, you know, pigeon racing stuff.
Julius flew his heart out for me, and I loved him.
Luther, he was just a dumb bird.
I trust you to take care of Julius. Now play the executioner song. I won't forget you for this, Axel Rock.
Elliot, are you all right?
Yeah, all right. Thanks.
Here.
Hey, Jack.
What can I do for you?
You're busy.
No, come on in. I'm talking to you. I won't be thinking about what I'm eating. How's little Pete?
Oh, he's fine. He's got another birthday coming up.
Must be getting to be quite a handful, isn't he?
How's Tommy?
He's all right. I had to bring him to the hospital. He's asleep and on call.
Where's Marina?
She's gone.
You ever think about Going back to Ethiopia?
I'll tell you something, Jack. If I didn't have those pictures to remind me, it would seem like I'd never been there. You know, I thought I'd changed when I went over there. I thought the experience of that had made me stronger and wiser, more committed. I really thought that I could pull that sword out of the stone and fix what was broken in the world.
Well, at least you fight for what you believe in. I was asked to do something today that I thought was morally wrong. And instead of standing up, I surrendered.
I'm the same guy I was before I left. You know, as a kid, I played sandlot out by in Flannery's pub. Pretty good fielder, couldn't hit. And every time I'd strike out, I'd cry. Well, I'm still a bad loser. Sometimes it just doesn't matter what we do, Jack.
One man should be able to make a difference.
Well, not tonight. But I guess as long as we're breathing, we get another chance at bat, right? You hungry?
Well, actually, yeah.